Congratulations, you've just hatched. It's the late Cretaceous period, 75 million years ago. You're tiny, fragile, and worst of all, completely alone. No warm welcome from mom. Instead, you're nestled in a shallow nest, surrounded by dry, prickly vegetation. You're not just small, you're prey-sized. Tiny rodents scurry around but don't get comfortable. They're looking at you like you're the snack. Oh, and did I mention you were born blind and deaf? Your siblings fumble around just as clueless as you are. The odds of making it to adulthood? Slim to none. Your first challenge, finding food. You can barely walk, let alone hunt. Mom? Nowhere to be seen. She's off hunting, or maybe she's been eaten. You nibble on whatever scraps are left from her last meal, bits of bone, maybe some decayed meat. Delicious, right? Days pass and you start to get your bearings. Your vision clears, but it doesn't help much. Everything still looks like a potential threat. A loud roar echoes nearby. Instinct tells you, freeze. Predators are everywhere. Tyrannosaurs, bigger dromaeosaurs, even other velociraptors might decide you're an easy meal. You and your siblings huddle together, trying to blend in with the nest. Stealth is your only ally. One wrong move and you're lunch. Weeks go by and you start to grow. You're finally big enough to venture outside the nest, but here's the kicker. Hunting isn't an option yet. You practice pouncing on insects, the occasional lizard, but it's mostly a pathetic show. Your pack, if you're lucky enough to have one, is just as inexperienced. You attempt coordinated attacks on small mammals, but most end in embarrassing failure. The only thing worse than not catching food, watching your siblings succeed while you go hungry. Then there's the weather. Sudden sandstorms whip across the plains, blinding and suffocating you. Finding shelter is crucial, but even that comes with risks. Caves can house venomous creatures or other predators. You curl up tightly, hoping you'll make it through another night. Injuries are inevitable. A slip while climbing, a bite from a rival. There's no first aid here. Herbivores like Triceratops won't hesitate to stomp you into the dirt if you get too close. Every meal could be your last if a larger predator decides they want your find. But you keep growing, adapting. Your feathers thicken, providing some warmth against the chilly nights. You start practicing your ambush skills, stalking small prey. It's still clumsy. Occasionally, you manage a successful hunt, a small mammal or a baby dinosaur. It's not much, but it keeps you going. But the dangers never let up. A sudden shadow passes overhead, a Quetzalcoatlus, one of the largest flying creatures to ever live. You freeze, heart pounding as it scans the ground. You've seen siblings snatched away, never to return. Yet somehow, you survive. You're tougher, faster, smarter. Each day brings a new challenge, a fight over food, a scramble for shelter, an encounter with a rival pack. The odds are never in your favor, but you're still here, clawing your way through the toughest era in history. And just when you think you've got a handle on things, nature throws a curveball. A massive asteroid slams into the Earth. Darkness blankets the sky, temperatures plummet, and food becomes even scarcer. Survival isn't just hard, it's nearly impossible. But you push on, a relentless survivor in a brutal world.